Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Richard here from Richard Otis Photography. You're joining me here now for a review of my new sound recorder. So I said a few weeks ago that I was going to purchase, actually I had just purchased it, and I wanted to give you a proper opinion once I've taken it out into the real world. So the reason I bought it in the first place is that I've started offering hybrid video coverage at weddings, and what that means is that as well as doing photography, I also offer my clients a 3 to 5 minute highlight video. Now there are many ways of doing this, and the pure videographers out there will have a completely different way of filming highlight videos and offer different types of coverage. But mine, I like to tell the story of the day by adding audio from some of the speeches and some of the ceremony and putting it all together on the timeline, and bit of music, bit of B-roll, and it tells a nice cohesive highlight story of the day. So the sound recorder was important for me because for what I produce, you don't need anything fancy. I don't really want to be plugging microphones into sound systems that the DJ uses. I don't want to be doing anything fancy like that, you know, hooking lavalier mics up to everybody and all that. Lots of people do, and I think that production is great for what I need and my purposes. I thought something like this, I'm just going to show it to you actually, quite small, quite slick, very versatile. It would do the job. And what you want to know is, did it do the job? Well, actually, yes, it did. And I will be providing samples from the wedding audio that I recorded. So I took it with me. And all I did on the day is, for the ceremony, I just literally pressed the record. There's a little feature on the side. You can't see it, but I'll show you. You can flick it to hold so that no button pressing can stop the recording. And I just literally popped it into the front pocket of the groom's jacket. It just sat there recording the whole ceremony, and then I took it back, pressed stop, and carried on with my day. Shot lots of B-roll then of all the guests mingling, some candid footage and stuff like that. And then when it came to the speeches, I actually had a Toastmaster offer to help me, because normally what I'd want to do is just gaff tape this to the microphone, and then it gets passed around and people say their speeches and it records the audio, and it's a lot cleaner that way. But unfortunately for this particular wedding, no microphone was used. So what the Toastmaster actually did, he hit record for me, he locked it, I showed him how to use it, and he just placed it on the table in front of whoever was speaking at the time. Now, I do have some thoughts on the cleanliness of the audio, being that the microphone itself wasn't sort of here for people to speak. During the ceremony, in the pocket of the groom, it picked up the ceremony brilliantly. The celebrant wasn't directly next to the groom. She was a bit further back, and the groom and the bride were stood quite close to each other, and it picked up everything they said beautifully, and it added some fantastic audio to the part of the video where I put the ceremony in the middle of the video, and it sounded great. It didn't sound like it'd been recorded from the camera. It definitely sounded like there'd been some sort of professional microphone used. I'm holding this like a microphone rather than just letting it rest somewhere, but there you go. I can't be bothered to find something to hook it onto, and it is what it is. So yeah, I was really impressed with that. When it came to the speeches, there was a lot of commotion with, I think, the bride and groom's little boy. I think he's only about 3 years old. He was like, I think he was screaming at one point, he was running around, he was clanging some cutlery together. So there was a bit of noise that it was picking up. So it wasn't really distinguishing between what I wanted it to pick up and drowning everything out. But the speech audio was still good enough. So obviously I'm cherry picking bits of the speeches that I wanted to use. I wasn't necessarily intent on having the full coverage of all of the speeches actually in the highlight video, so it didn't bother me too much. So again, obviously we've got to bear in mind, as I'm talking to you from my perspective, what I needed to use it for, and how it met my needs. Your needs might be different. You might not necessarily think that actually this isn't the microphone for me. This isn't the recorder for me. I want full coverage. I want clean, pristine audio that drowns out all the clanging and chatter and the coughing and stuff in the background and just literally have the voices. This doesn't do that. What it does do is it picks up the voices very well. I set it on auto. I think you can mess around with some of the settings, but I've literally left it on auto and press record. It adjusts the gain levels accordingly quite fantastically. Not once when I was post-producing the highlight video did I see any clipping. I think you called it clipping, I don't know, but it didn't go too high, it wasn't too low. I did adjust the volume in post to my liking, obviously, so that it would blend in with the music and whatever. But it didn't. It was fantastic, and what I love about it is that being that I don't need full production. I mean, obviously, something like this, talking head, is going to pick up my voice. It's suitable. Am I going to take it out to vlog with me? No, I'd probably put something on the top of my camera and vlog that way. Am I going to use it if I do a full video production of something? Probably not. This cost me, I'm pretty sure it cost me in the region of about 60, 70 pounds, something like that. The one I'd originally wanted was about 250 pounds, just outside my budget. So again, like you're doing now, I got on YouTube, watched a few reviews, and for what I needed it for, it suited me. Very user-friendly, very something easy to use that I can just switch on, press record. My dog is a bit of a nervous boy. He always barks at the stupidest things, so ignore him. But yeah, I mean, I'll show you some B-roll of me using it and the buttons and stuff. But you've literally got record, stop, and then you've got your menu options, and you can use the arrows up, down, left, right to select everything. You can search through your voice clips quite easily. You can go into the folder. You can rename the folder. You can do whatever you want. Very easy. But literally, if you just want to turn up at the venue, switch it on, press record, plonk it into the pocket of the groomsman or whatever you're going to use it for that's similar to that situation, you can press record. And you know what? You could have it on all day, forget to press stop, and it would never run out of battery. And it comes with 41 hours internal recording time. That is a lot of time. I mean, I could have probably gotten away with doing 3 or 4 weddings, but I mean, I'm one of those, I like to back up and recharge everything before anything I do. So, I mean, I even recharged this before I did this video. But that's just what I do, and obviously a lot of you will do the same, especially if you're shooting weddings. You're going to be backing everything up. Obviously, as soon as you get home, you'll have 2 memory cards in your camera and all that jazz. We know how it works. But if you did accidentally just press record and leave it running throughout the whole day, that's what, an 8 to 12 hour day. You'll catch everything you need. It doesn't matter. 41 hours. It's all done internally. I showed you in the preview, but I'll show you again. Little USB thing pops out the bottom there. You can connect it to the computer or your laptop, upload all the audio footage straight away, back it up, you're done. And it also charges like that, so leave it plugged in while you're backing everything up or even editing your video, and it will recharge the battery for you. It's so versatile, so ergonomically brilliant for what I need it for, that I highly recommend it. I do recommend it. This video isn't sponsored by Sony. I mean, I've had the channel for a few weeks now, and I've done about 3 or 4 videos. I'm not going to be sponsored by anyone. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you have got you've got output for headphones there, so you can actually plug your monitor in and actually monitor the audio live. If you're going to mess around with the settings and actually know what you're doing with audio, you could monitor it. You can plug in an external microphone if you wanted to as well and use it as a pure sound recorder, or you can just use it as the microphone. It does a fantastic job in auto. I see no reason why, again, if you're using it for something similar to me, like basic YouTube videos, talking head indoors, or you're going to pop it in someone's pocket to record the speeches or the ceremony or whatever it is you're doing. Along those lines, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't use auto. I mean, it works. It adjusts the gain levels automatically, as I alluded to earlier. It does a fantastic job. Again, would I use it for certain things? No. Do you need a lot more gear to do certain things? Yes. Do you need something more expensive to do other things? Yes, more than likely. But if you're just starting out, or even if you're not starting out, you know, you've been hooking up lav mics or plugging equipment into the DJ's microphone or whatever it is you've been doing up till now, if you need one of these or even 5 of them, I mean, there's nothing stopping you buying 5 or 6 of them if you've got the money for it. As I said, it's about 60-70 quid. I think I got it off Amazon. So, I mean, you got a few £100, get 2 or 3. You can pop one in the groom's pocket, you can pop one in the best man's pocket, you can pop one wherever you want it, really. You could just have a few scattered here and there. Maybe in the church, you can put one in the pulpit so that you're catching the readings. You know, do so. Just literally switch it on, press record, away you go. The audio, as I said, it's not cinematically brilliant. You're not going to drown everything out, but it's very intelligent for the most part. It does give you what you need in terms of picking up the voices and giving you a professional end result. I liked it. I will definitely be using it again, and I definitely recommend you buy it. So that's all I can really say on it. If you want to ask me any questions in the comments below, if you've got anything specific that I haven't spoken about in the video, then by all means comment below. I will answer all of your questions as best as I can and as quickly as I can. And other than that, thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you can. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I'm going to bring you some more content. I'm going to do some behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to show you some of my photo shoots behind the scenes, talk about some of the settings I use when I'm out and about on the field, and a lot more stuff like that, mainly wedding related. So if that interests you, hit subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.
As a token of my love.
And as a symbol.
And as a symbol.
Of our shared life together.
Of our shared life together.
I promise loyalty and friendship.
I promise loyalty and friendship.
As a token of my love.
As a token of my love.
And as a symbol.
And as a symbol.
Of our shared life together.
Of our shared life together.
I promise loyalty and friendship.
I promise loyalty and friendship.
And to love you with love.
We met Gav's family a while ago. What a lovely lot. What a lovely family they are. Where's she gone? Pauline. Pauline. The nun fell in love with her straight away. I got nothing else to say, only could you please wish Angie and Gav all the very best for future with me.